First thing we need is an Arduino Uno, and I'm using a full-size breadboard. Then we're going to use an I2C LCD. A DS3231 real-time clock. Female to male jumper wires for the I2C LCD. Another set for the RTC. And 3 male to male jumper wires for the Arduino to connect to the breadboard. Okay, let's connect the Arduino to the breadboard. I'm going to take 5 volts from the Arduino, then the SDA, which is going to be A4 on the Arduino. Now let's plug that into the breadboard. Then the SCL for both the LCD and the clock is going to come from the Arduino. And I'm just going to daisy chain everything. Now let's connect the LCD. Jumper wires for the clock. I'm pretty sure that you can connect it to either side. Now let's plug in the Arduino. I'm starting to get into the habit of plugging the ground in first. So let's connect the ground from the clock to the ground on the Arduino, the ground on the LCD, to the ground on the Arduino, the SDA from the clock, which is, for me, green, in the same row as the one from the Arduino, and then the SCL from the clock, in the same row. Now the LCD, the SDA, which for me is green, and the SCL, which for me is yellow. Let's take the 5 volt for the LCD and plug it in its own row. 5 volt for the RTC in the same row. Plug in the 5 volts from the Arduino into the same row. We have power. So now let's go into Visuino. This program is amazing. If it wasn't for Visuino, if it wasn't for Visuino, I'd be stuck, man. So as soon as you open up Visuino, it opens up with a board right in the center. Now, I'm not a pro here. As a matter of fact, let me open up my reference because I'm going to open up another instance of this because I need to see. Okay. Because I just started using this. All right. Now, by the way, this tutorial is straight from the Visuino tutorial. It's on Instructables. I mean, over here, down here. I mean, this program is amazing. Okay, and what I'm showing you here, I didn't figure this out. I found it, and this thing is amazing. And what it does is it helps someone like me, or maybe like you, who does not know how to code in Arduino. I don't know C++. And Arduino, from what I've read, part of why it was created was so that people like me who don't know how to code can get into physical computing. But unfortunately, I never bought an official Arduino kit, so I don't know. Maybe if I would have done that, maybe things might have been easier. I don't know. But I didn't. I bought other kits, and when I wanted to add another component in addition to what was in the starter kit, you can do it. But once you wanted to add a second component, now you got trouble. Now you have to really figure out how to create the sketch and find the right libraries. And there's a lot of libraries, and if you get the wrong one, it's not going to work, and the wrong version, and if you get one that somebody made poorly, so let's just say, if you don't know how to code, this is not easy, okay? And it actually took a lot of work, to figure out how to get around this obstacle. And thankfully, I came across Visuino, and this thing is amazing. This thing eliminated my obstacle. Now, it doesn't answer all your, it doesn't solve all your problems, but it eliminates a major hurdle. You kind of have to learn how to use Visuino. Now, they have a lot of tutorials right inside of here. You can access the tutorials, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. Let me just show you basically how this is done. So here, this is how you pick your board. You come over here, you pick your board. The tutorial, he uses a Nano. Boian Mitov is the designer, the creator of Visuino. I don't know if he has a team. I don't know if he did by himself. But he's the one who made the tutorial that I found to do this. Okay, so now you come over here. I'm not sure what this what this area is called, but you come over here, you look for your component. So I want an RTC, and it's self-populated, and you grab your 1307. They have 3231s. So come over here, I'm gonna grab the one from the generator, and I'm gonna drag it over here. That's what I want, the clock, right? And I want an LCD. I want the I2C version, right? Here it is, right here. Liquid Crystal Display LCD I2C. Now, there's some other components. This is the part where you have to learn how to use Visuino, but the tutorials are very well done. If you follow his instructions in his tutorial, and don't skip any steps, you'll be able to start making things fast. 15 minutes, If you've been struggling with something for like a month, you haven't been able to get it done, trust me, this is going to solve a lot of your problems here. Okay, so you need an array. So I need an array 1, so you got to find the array 1, but you basically find the array. Is this it here? Text array? I think it's text array. Okay. Yeah, that looks like the one right there. Okay. And then you need a decode date and time. So type in decode. Okay. And there's icons in here. And I believe it is it this one? I think it's this one. Converter? Is it a converter? Anyway, you drag it over here, right? That looks like the one. Okay, as you can see here, you know, this is obviously figuring out or doing something with the time, right? And now you got all your components here, right? So basically you just start connecting things, and when you connect all these things, like for example, you need to go out of the liquid crystal display and into here. You have an I2C. See right here, it says I2C. So I'm going to go in, I let it go, boom. It's kind of like a schematic, or like using fritzing, right? Or circuit.io. Okay, and now you want your clock, right? So let's just move our clock. Let's just get organized. There's an auto arrange actually, but the clock, you want to go out of the clock and into the LCD. Then you go control out to the same in I2C. Boom. And you keep doing that, right? And then you start adding things like where do we go over here to do? Okay, then you come over here and you add some things here, and then you come over here. This is like so like I don't know how to use this yet. I follow the tutorial and it shows me how to do it. He, you know, the designer of this software did a great job. I am not doing a great job, but I'm just introducing you to the basic idea here. Okay, so let's get to the final version. Okay, here we go. So the final version looks like this. Okay, everything is connected, and I can zoom in, right? So what I was talking about before. Okay, so we've, according to the tutorial, you add text fields. So you open up the elements window and you add a field. So that's the text field. So the way you do that is this: you select it, select what you want to add, right? And then you add it by clicking this. It adds the new item and it places it here. So this was all empty, and you follow the tutorial and he shows you, okay, add the text field. Now that the text field is there, then you come over here to the properties window and then you adjust these settings here. This is actually what you're going to see on the screen. This is a dash in between the day and the month and the year, and in between here it gets populated with, you know, integers, numbers. Okay, so then you come over here and you got to add an integer field. So you do that by selecting integer field and you add it. So then you added it, and you come over here and you assign the correct values here, and to make the clock, you start adding this. Now you can see it's not like it's all going to be obvious, and that's why they have a lot of support. They have a community. They have a I don't even know how to pronounce it. This is new to me also. MEWE. It's like a social platform. It's kind of like it's a community thing. It's a site. I'll put the link in. I just found out about it today or yesterday. All right. So they explain how to do all of this. And so let me close this here. So these have been added for here, and then with the decoder, you assign to each element that was added. So for the text, or whichever was necessary. So we had to make this. You have to add an array, and it's connected here to the text. For the integers, which is a number, a whole number, I believe, it's decoding, and then it's saying go here, and then it's like here's another one, and this one is connected to the hour. So this is dealing with this, displaying the hour, displaying it. So it's coming from the clock, it's decoding it, and then it's sending it over here. So then there's some, you see all the connections, and this is called visual programming or graphical programming. Now this is pretty cool. Let me just show you one more quick feature. So let's say you don't know what this is, right? So you click on it and then you press F1 and it opens up the wiki. I believe this is their wiki, and then it explains what it is, describes it, and then here's the tutorial. So you want to try this out? Okay, so you click on this Instructable for the DS3231 RTC with Visuino. You click on the Instructable and boom, here's the Instructable, and he's using a nano. He shows you the connections here, and here's the clock. Here he is right here, and then he gives you instructions. Follow his instructions. Don't skip any steps. I skipped a step today. I got stuck. You can tell he spent a lot of time on this Instructable. Like, he made sure, you know, he's got arrows here telling you where to make the connection, and then he tells you, you know, very detailed. Tells you where to make the connection step by step, and then he's got pictures. Okay, first step, start this, you know, and then a lot of great information here. And you know, then he's got pictures, and he shows you how, you know, to make the connections. He tells you and he shows you. You're connecting it there, and then the next step is you're connecting this here, you know, and he does that for every step. So, and then he explains it, and then here explains the pictures up here. You follow that, and then you generate, compile, and upload the Arduino code. So that's another great feature, is that from here, you see up here, now you can open Arduino. You can send it to Arduino for compilation. I don't know the difference between upload and send, but then he's got a serial monitor here, and then he's got scopes in here. I mean, this thing is like pretty robust. So let's see if we hit connect, see if anything opens up. Did I have everything set correctly? Is my Arduino still connected? Okay, let's skip that for now. But so you want to know what this is? I click on it from right here. I press F1. It opens a wiki and it explains it to you, right? And then there's, you know, if there's an Instructable, look right here, an Instructable for that. You click that and you go. All right. This thing is great. This is very helpful for people who are new to this. All right, so let's test this out now. So, oh, and by the way, in the Instructable, let me go back. So you do it, right? I just found this out today. So you do it. I never went down too far. I just got to the upload and I left. Okay. In the Instructable, he gives you the file. Don't cheat though. Try to figure it out for yourself. Follow his steps. And then if you get stuck, then download his file, which is all of this that he did. And then you can open it in Visuino, and that one definitely works because it doesn't have your mistakes in it. So, okay. This is great software. All right, so here we are in here. So I want to send it to Arduino. So what is the let's try this one right here. Oh, you can hit F9, but let's hit it. It opens up Arduino, and here we go. Here it is. Okay, you see all these libraries? Don't worry about it. It's all covered. It's gonna work. Verify. Wait for it to verify. It verified. All right, let's send it. Let's upload the sketch. And boom, it works. It's a little too bright. There we go. Here's another cool feature. That same wiki, it's right here. It's all right here. It opens inside. It opens inside of the application. That is cool. So you can go to the main page, and then you can see all of his tutorials, and then there's all these other contributors and users and people, I guess, that are part of the company. I'm not sure. A lot of people here, they have Instructables. They're on Hackster. They have tutorials on Hackster.io. Cool projects. There's a lot of great stuff here. A getting started section, very helpful. Look at all this. Just go through it and enjoy it, because this is amazing. And there's a community. There's a link here. There's a link. I'll put it somewhere. Let's see here. Is it here? Help. There's a lot here. I'm not gonna cover everything today. I'm just learning. There's a tech blog. It's inside of the software. Great job. Great, amazing, useful application.